IVM.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into a show about crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
Okay, I did not hear any go, but I'm assuming that Shivram, you're right because you're back on the episode. Welcome back after like a 2-week break.
Thank you.
Everyone's got a chance to see your charming face.
Thank you for the welcome back and the lies.
How's the weather in Pune? Shivram's moved to Pune, by the way.
Yeah, I've been in Pune for like almost 3 months now. It's lovely weather. It's pouring. But the good thing is that I'm not in Bombay. So when it pours, it doesn't flood just yet. It might eventually, but not just yet. So, and plus there's a lot more space. So I'm not in expensive car apartment, living in a lane by myself. It's a much nicer society. Sorry, I'm done bragging.
No, Pune weather is good. Bombay is all garajna, barasna, which is largely what this weekend football was about. At least my FPL prediction game was all about.
You basically wanted that segue is why you asked me that question. You didn't actually care how Pune ka weather is. Lovely.
To be honest, any segue would have done because I've literally screwed up on my FPL this week and the past week and the one before that and the one before
quite
that.
A few weeks. Yeah, quite a few weeks.
Quite a few weeks. But we'll talk. We've got you. Between me and Iyer, it doesn't really make sense to talk about FPL.
I think with Iyer, I want to specifically talk about it, especially now that he's not here. It's literally like his FPL team, right? He's not there in his FPL team also. So his absence seems to bring the best out in people. So that I think has really elevated this podcast and his FPL team, who in our mini league, he's actually beaten 2 people in like out of 10. And the funniest thing is he's not made a single change throughout the period of the 7-game weeks we had. So he basically picked a team right at the start and then he forgot about it, which is very typical of Iyer. And he's still doing better than some of the rest, which is not typical. So we'll talk more about that.
Foresight. So I was extremely disappointed with how my FPL went. But then a friend of the podcast, certain John Dykes, tweeted saying that, don't really let yourself down with what happened in FPL. The weekend in itself was a lot of fun with the kind of games that happened. So we'll talk a little more about that.
Okay.
But first, let's take a break and come back on the other side.
Hey everybody, it's been a great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by podcasters Yogi Kabir and Sarthak Mishra, along with Arjun Koladi from Spotify to talk about the shifts brought by the growth of podcasting and what it means for the culture of tomorrow. On a show about crypto, Rohan is joined by Gaurav Garg, Head of Research and Crypto Expert at Capital Via. They discuss decentralized autonomous organizations. On Tere Mere Raste, Keshav introduces us to the real Wasipur and is a dark shadow of coal, mining and the mafia. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks about the education loan industry in India with Ankit Mehra, founder and CEO of Gyan Dhan. On The Habit Coach, Ashton is joined by Gaurav Bhagat to share various tiny habits for professionals. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any other show for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, Cred, Bank of Baroda, Quarter, CoinSwitch, Kuber, and Inter. We appreciate the support.
Okay, so I don't know. John Dykes is known to speak truth. Was he speaking the truth when he said the weekend was fantastic?
I think it's just him giving Santwana to everyone else who didn't have a good game week, which is why you also felt well, right? Like after you read it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Think about the bigger things in life.
But validation.
The weekend was fun. FPL though is fantasies in the name, so why get bogged down by how well or you don't do or how well you do. So, but I get it. Like there are bigger things in life. You'd rather watch the amazing football games that happened, especially on Sunday. Like the number of goals was what really hit it out of the park. So I'm guessing maybe he was talking about that, especially the Super Sunday game, Liverpool versus Man City. That was worth every penny.
No, I think he tweeted this on Saturday when I was extremely disappointed. Now that you see the badge
United jersey,
So let's get it out of the way. That's why we're calling this this episode as Kab Tak Chup Rahungi.
So is this a real movie?
Yeah, this is so. Apparently, there are 3 movies with very similar names.
Tell
They're
me,
not part
how
of the
did
same
you
series.
find this? Tell me, how did you find the name of this movie?
I was trying to find my emotions online, and this is what appeared. Right?
Wow, I'm really interested in the keywords you put in that popped up this name.
No, it's out on Netflix. You have that button saying "Show me something." Which just look at
Got
your
it.
browsing history, whatever.
This
and
is
they
on
suggest you
Netflix.
something.
This movie's on Netflix.
No, but they should have it on Netflix.
This
All
is the
3
next
movies.
Squid Game. This is the next Squid Games.
So, no. The point is, and this marries very well with what me and I am right now talking as United fan, kind of representing
Yes.
a lot of them. Looking at the sorrow in my eyes, etc.
Yes,
3
yes.
seasons, right? 18, 19, 2021,
20.
and now this is 3 movies. One is called Main Chup Rahungi. Then the other movie is called Main Chup Nahi Rahungi, and now
Okay.
the third movie is called Kab Tak Chup Rahungi.
It's a
So
trilogy.
it's not a trilogy, but it just
No,
marries
they're
very
different
well.
movies.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
Bollywood. This is beyond trilogies and anthologies.
Okay,
and we
got
are
it.
far. Squid Games तो अभी मतलब दुनिया को अभी पता चल रहा है सब क्या है.
ये हम
We're
कब से
way
खेल रहे
ahead.
हैं game?
We're way ahead, right? So I want to
Yeah.
get that shit out, right? And Ole's the good thing about United post-match conference, which are more exciting than the matches.
This is a
Ole
shorter.
talks-
I'm guessing this is a shorter segment.
Yeah, which comes with a lot of excuses. He's given them all, so I don't want to discuss anything on the podcast.
Who was at fault this time?
This time, nobody was at fault. The audience, the fans' expectations were faulty.
Yeah. I will use this on my parents. Like their expectations is why I'm not doing well. That makes sense.
This is the अंदाजा अपना अपना, right? मैं छोड़ के नहीं आया.
Plan ही
निकाला
गलत
नहीं गया, मैं छोड़ के आया.
था।
प्रिंसिपल के बेटे के समझ में नहीं आई बातें. So
Right,
this is
wow,
what's happening
correct.
with Ole.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So we'll get that out. But the other funny thing, Chelsea game and all of that, Alonso didn't start. A lot of people got disappointed. I am happy Aspi scored whatever points. But fuck
Yeah.
the match, right? Timo Werner, we were abusing you and I both because we had Lukaku as
Yeah,
captain.
he took away points from the captain we had.
Right, and he didn't even do enough for the manager to say, okay, you will start the next game.
It
So he's
seems
a funny guy in the room, probably.
He is. I think I know where you're going with this, but just before you get there, I think Werner last year, again, our expectations were really high, so that might have impeded his performance. But then I expected Werner to be so much, and Ayer is not here, so we'll pick on him the next time he's here, because Ayer was the biggest fan of Werner, and Werner has played really good football in the Bundesliga, has scored a lot of goals, but he just became so quiet, and now he's playing second fiddle to Romelu Lukaku, which is fine. Like in an alternate universe, it's absolutely fine. But technically, the money that was spent on the both of you, it feels really weird to see him, get these, scratchy goals and not really standing up for yourself for whatever pedigree you come with. Which is why I think, it ended up 3-1 with Chelsea Southampton. My guess was Southampton. I think we tend to, also underestimate, given the 2 times they've lost 9-0. But so what happens is you tend to underestimate the fact that Southampton are pretty good at the back.
They are.
So I wasn't expecting, and I think in the first 45 minutes or so, Chelsea did find it really hard to, find the back of the net, and then they did equalize at some point in time. And then before Chelsea ran away with it with the 2 goals, but it wasn't easy. So
Yeah, they have been struggling in the first half of games. They aren't creating even the one against Spurs. I think the 2-0 victory.
Yes.
Which one was that? Yeah, they didn't really play. Second half, they were outstanding. First half, it was very balanced.
Then I think Lukaku scored in the dying minutes or something, right? Which was the second goal. So it wasn't comfortable at any given point in time.
So the match wasn't really great, but that Yokohama video is really funny.
I
If you
haven't had
watched-
the patience to watch a 5-minute Yokohama video. But clearly you have a lot of time and patience.
I mean, Werner's best moves is if you search that on YouTube, this is the first probably result that
Really?
will pop up. Should ideally.
Highlight reel is an ad.
Yeah, this one will get more views than all of his other
What
goals
is in
and-
it? Tell us, why should we watch it?
No, it's an old idea. I mean, you've been in advertising and media for long, and so have a lot of our listeners. So it's not a new idea where you prank somebody, shooting for a commercial. So it's
Got it.
Jorginho and Mason Mount doing that with, and Werner's being the sport. I mean, I think it's just like a class clown. Probably he's got a lot of these videos in the dressing room, etc. Of him just being
He's
like a joker.
he's the David Warner of Chelsea.
Yeah, could be. So, but watch that video. I don't want to talk too much about the game. Also, Chelsea had just lost to Juventus in the Champions League. It's not like
They were coming
performances
off
haven't
of
been.
2 losses, right? They lost to Chelsea, to Juventus, and then they lost to someone just before that as well. I forget who they lost to. Who did they lose to before that?
City, I guess.
They lost to City, yes. 1-0 they
Yeah.
lost to City, yeah. So they weren't really doing well. So Tommy Tuchel really had pressure on him to win, and win they did. But I think Chelsea now have a spectacular run-up, which I think will really, it's a good thing for you to remember when you're picking them, or if you've already picked them for your FPL squad, because some of their upcoming matches are against Brentford. Now, Brentford do have a good back line, but then they play Norwich, then they play Newcastle, and then they play Burnley, Leicester, and Man United. So, a lot of goals
they have a
incoming.
good fixture list. Yeah, no. In fact, in the previous episode, Ayer and I did discuss about having tripling up on Chelsea assets right now. Most people already have one, if not two.
I wouldn't. So that's the one thing. I wouldn't recommend tripling up on Chelsea because they're expensive, right? The Lukaku is 11.7 or something.
As in the 6
Aspie's-
million range.
Yeah, so is Rudiger has almost reached 5.9.
Yeah. And Alonso is also in the 6 range. Yeah, so Mendy is also expensive. Yeah,
So
you'll
you'll end up spending around 22 million on 3 players. You wouldn't want that, but I think if you do that, you'll end up doing a lot of discount hunting around it. So,
But you
you'll
can
end up-
let go of a certain 12.5 million player who's now his price has dropped to
it's 12.6.
12.4.
It's 12.6.
His price has dropped
because
by the
it
way.
rose to 12.7. I think
Ouch.
I think we should be the only people retaining Ronaldo. I think there's still time. Don't give up on him just yet. I think there is the opportunity.
Thank you.
I
This is what
never thought I would say this, but there's the opportunity of him becoming the outlier, because it is a tough pick, right? How do you enable yourself to pick so many premium forwards? So I have
That's
Ronaldo and Lukaku, so I'm going to retain them. I dropped Alexander-Arnold because I got sick of it, because he gave me not many points. I get it is FPL harakiri, it's like removing Salah, but I think I can find value elsewhere, and that is going to be in the form of Lukaku. So I will keep my patience for at least 2 more game weeks with no Alexander-Arnold, because there will be no price rise between now and then.
That's
and Lukaku, I'm hoping, will deliver on the other side of the pitch.
And I think a lot of people, including me, thought the combination between Trent and Salah works really well. But I think the previous match has just shown that Salah doesn't really need a Trent to do
Salah
what
doesn't
Salah
need
does.
anyone. Salah
That
doesn't
is
need
true.
anyone.
Let's
just
talk
captain him always.
about that. Let's just talk about that particular
Yeah.
match. 2-2. I mean, yeah, there was a significant incident on Liverpool fans spitting on Pep and the staff, etc. And there's a complaint and all of that has happened. There were 4 or 5 people before the match who were, I think, carrying those firecrackers, whatever that you call them, in the stadium.
flares.
So the flares. So they were also kind of held back. So a lot of shit happened in that match, and Pep's outburst, and Milner getting lucky, all of that. But just the goals, and you said, right, that both defenses are really shite. I don't know with City's defense. That goal from Salah was mesmerizing. The goal from Foden was excellent.
I think that is being very, very mean to the defenses, being inconsiderate to the defenses. They are the best defenses in, I think, the Premier League. But
Certainly.
the way they got opened up twice, like the Foden goal, I think Foden has scored that exact same goal even before against Liverpool. Putting it in the corner. Salah's second goal, as in the second goal for Liverpool, lovely. Absolutely out of nowhere, right? Like the pass to Mane, brilliant. So I think you should just captain Salah, Mane and Salah against Salah. You just captain Salah, man, every FPL game. You don't overthink it. Just do it.
Yeah, but has it been like probably the best or the most entertaining match so far?
Yeah,
in the
if
5-16
it had a
weeks?
winner, it would have been even better. But I will take a draw. Like it was a high-scoring draw for whatever it's worth. I thought it would be a 0-0, given they were very equally matched at the start of the game.
Yeah,
But
it was.
seems like they continue to be equally matched, scoring 2 each. But yeah, KDB came back. What a lovely goal from KDB. I think Matip really helped put that ball in the back of the net.
What could he do? I mean, Matip, what could he do? To be really
No,
honest.
I love this Twitter handle called No Context Joel Matip. So follow that.
There is one.
So I would, so just go. I'm sure they have a gif of him, struggling to get out of the way or blocking or whatever it is he was doing in front of that shot, which eventually made it to the back of the net. I think you should absolutely watch that. But yeah, lovely game. Good. The other game
Yeah, which one?
I really liked was West Ham and Brentford. I think Brentford has gone completely under the radar. You saw them against Liverpool 3-3. You saw them against Arsenal 2-0. I mean, that's not really but I'm just trying to sneak it in. They also beat West Ham, which is after Moyes has come in, they've become a pretty good side, right? Like they were in the top 5, top 6, top 7. I think Brentford are now picking up steam for a team that has never played in the Premier League. And I think they have 2 or 3 players only who ever played in the Premier League or something like that. They are now picking up steam. They're really delivering. Their forwards, Tony, who I had at the start of the year, I lost faith, but clearly I shouldn't have. He's delivering. Mbuemo, who's also, I think he plays a supporting striker role, but he's, in FPL, he's in midfield, only 5.5 million. So now is a great time to jump on him. I think they are playing really well. So are Crystal Palace. Again, going under the radar. They are conceding, but they're also scoring. And that's all we need. Right?
Actually, they're playing very well and no surprises.
Credit to Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can see the kind of ball control that Palace is having and the movement. It's really good. Of course, it'll take them time because it's still the same Palace team, largely. But they're playing well. So next week is the real London derby between them and Arsenal.
The week after.
The week after. Brentford are doing it. They're good. The threats from set pieces, from corners, etc.
Yeah, they've been good. Bar also a couple of times.
So bar, Norwich and Fulham. Every time there's at least one team that comes from the championship that does well. Leeds
that's good, yeah. And then Newcastle drops to the bottom.
Yeah, Sheffield I think did the year before.
Sheffield did well the 1 year with Ramsdale in goal and
correct. The first Henderson in goal.
Henderson.
Dean Henderson was at loan. Ramsdale no. Dean Henderson was at loan, right, at Sheffield when they came back to the Premier League.
Must be. Then I must be mistaken, but I am checking that really quickly.
Please do that. I make a lot of mistakes anyway.
He's English, so I just assumed he's from Sheffield. He is from Sheffield, yeah. Ramsdale was at Sheffield.
Yeah, so they did well in the first season. Brentford did it last season, and Brentford are doing it this season.
Yeah,
but it's good to see like a minnow team doing really well against the big guns.
Yeah, I think they are. So the thing is between Crystal Palace and Brentford you have very obvious strikers who will get you those points. Right. Crystal Palace, it's not as easy. Which brings me to the third team that I think should be in your squad. Third player is Vardy. And that brings me to the point why Ayer's broken clock is doing so well. When Ayer made his team in the first week and forgot about it, he captained Vardy. Which is the only reason. Because the other team is fairly template, right? Like you got your Rafinha and Salah and a couple of other like obvious people in the team. He doesn't even have Ronaldo or Lukaku or anything. He just has captain Vardy. So Vardy has been going really under the radar. Vardy actually dropped in price somehow, right? From 10.5 to 10.4. So he being captain is just, doubling up obviously. So he's doing really well for Karthik.
Which is surprising, his price drop. He's played very well in all the matches. At least I think he didn't score in the first one, but I think he had an assist, or maybe he scored. But he's done well in the previous match against Burnley. It was own goal and he
scored 3 goals. Yeah, he scored an own goal and then he scored 2 more.
Right, and he's not starting in the Europa matches where Leicester's have been struggling.
Yeah.
Also against Napoli, they were 2-0 up. I think when Napoli came back, he's 80th minute or something. They got Vardy in. So if he starts Europa League, he'll do well. So yeah, that's why on the doc I wrote he's a ninja chacha. He'll just do extremely well. I mean, he's 34.
Late ninja chacha.
Yeah, with Michael Owen is not like a. What Michael Owen did say something about him a few years ago, right? Not a natural finisher or something like that. I mean,
Michael Owen has this tendency to not finish his sentences or his goals. But anyway, so if you want to, participate in all this fantasy football madness, you can of course join the Football leagues. Millions of people in that league right now, and Karthik is above some of those millions. Surprisingly, for someone who's never changed their team, that is a surprise. You should go check out his team. The league code is 3HDRUY. That's 3HDRUY. Go to fantasy.premierleague.com. Put in the code 3HDRUY and you can join the league as well. What we want for you is take a picture of Karthik's team and send it to us on Football and let us know where he is in the league. And the one with the funniest caption for a team that has not changed at all from the start of the game week, we'll send you something cool.
Doesn't he still have Chilwell or something on his team?
He started with Chilwell. So unlike Chelsea, he started with Chilwell. So Chilwell is just, I think, featured for the first time this year.
He got 8 points on Chilwell, yeah.
I mean, that's what they say about a broken clock, right? It's right at least twice a day. So he's been right at least 5 times this year. So, I mean, it's a lovely story. It's one of those, funny stories where the octopus can tell who's going to win the World Cup. It's one of those anchor soft stories, which is possibly in the corner of the newspaper.
Yeah. And before we move on to FPL, did Gabriel find his missing tooth?
Yeah, I don't think
they were looking for.
I don't think it's that easy to find his missing teeth, because Arsenal also missed their teeth in that game. It was. I was reading like a synopsis of what possibly went wrong, and now that we're on the topic, it was a really boring game for someone who possibly didn't have any Arsenal assets. I had 3, so it was really hell for me, and I had all 3 in defense. That was, my gamble, and it paid off in heaps. So I'm happy for that. But Arsenal lacked it completely. They went close a couple of times, but they didn't have the finishing that they had against Tottenham. I had never thought I'd say that. And Brighton was shithousing Arsenal before the game, right? Like pretending to have like a rivalry with Arsenal, which for all intents and purposes, I think they do. I think every other team now has an Arsenal rivalry.
But is it one incident between Maupay and Guendouzi?
Yeah, but I think it just takes that one, right? Like we're still talking about Pizzagate, right? So it's been 17 years. So you just need that one. Same for all the other London teams, right? Except Fulham. I think everyone has a Arsenal rivalry. But overall pretty boring. So maybe the next time Arsenal can jump back. But what they've done is they've gotten 9 points out of the last 4 games, or 10 points out of the last 4 games.
10 points, right? 3 wins and a draw.
Yeah, 3 wins and a draw, which is spectacular, right? For a team that dropped all the points in the first 3. They are 2 points behind United. So, I mean, it's not that bad, is it?
It's in the position. They're 11th in the table.
It doesn't matter, right? It's like saying where you are in the football league, right?
No, you have to look at it from my perspective, which is important, right?
Fair enough. You're elder, so we'll listen to you.
Top 4 and second half of the table. That's the difference.
Correct. Indian culture. Yeah, you're right.
What else?
Break
lete jaldi.
Bilkul.
Okay, let's get into a break. Come.
Come
back from the break quickly is what I want to say. But इतना जल्दी break हो गया कि मेरे को मेरा sentence काट दिया लोग ने.
हाँ बोलो ना.
नहीं, I didn't see a lot of other matches, and I wish Ayer was here to tell us what happened at the PSG game. I just knew Mbappe did some chucha chachu, like disgruntled employee. मेरे को छोड़ नहीं रहे लोग.
He called Neymar a bum apparently for not passing to him.
Not passing. I mean, how you've been playing with him for so long, यार. पता नहीं क्या तुमको वो कैसा खेलता है.
If you remember Messi and Neymar at Barcelona, Neymar left Barcelona to not be in the shadow of Messi. फिर वो PSG गया. फिर then he was in the shadow of Mbappe. ठीक है. Now suddenly Messi is also come there. So now he is in double shadow. ठीक है. तो उसके तो सूर्य ग्रहण हो गया है मतलब पूरा. So he has nowhere to go. So all these, and Mbappe, I can imagine him wanting to go to Real Madrid. मतलब PSG पे और क्या जीतेगा मतलब? What is left? Like he's not going to win the Champions League with PSG. So बचा क्या?
You think so?
Yeah, maybe this year they have a shot, but I would expect him to move to Madrid in January, because otherwise he goes on a free right after that. So that I don't think will be possible.
Yeah, so they need to, and PSG can buy whoever they want to.
Exactly. They can at least get like a 120 million, 30 million for him, right? For Mbappe.
Or they can do like a player swap deal with somebody at Madrid. Anyways,
who
Neymar
would you take? Vinicius Junior?
No, it's somebody that doesn't overshadow or get Neymar, right? Neymar will
just take the money, man. Always take the money.
Also, Messi will pick up. I played against these guys, so let's get Benzema.
Ramos is already there.
Yeah, they have a good chance at the Champions League this season. So I don't know what really happened. And Ayer, we've been missing Ayer.
And I couldn't care less.
Yeah, for Wood. It plays on Wood, I guess, right?
It does. Yeah. I mean, apart from Big Boss and Splitsvilla, why would you watch anything else on Wood?
Hey, Big Boss, you discount Splitsvilla.
Big Boss also started now. My God,
yes,
Big Boss
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I mean, now I don't care that there are no matches on the weekend.
Because I have Big Boss every day.
Yes, and
how long are the episodes?
I watched them back to back and then the recap back to back. So yeah, it's just on.
You watch a recap of the same episode?
Yeah. I do.
Which
It's
just
just
happened.
on. Yeah, it's just on, right? I mean,
It's like
just
watching match of the day after just watching the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching a test match, then there's a lunch break. You don't switch channels. Just let it be. Chal raha hai,
Yeah,
theek hai.
that I get. Okay, fair enough.
so-
That is a good analogy.
तो वैसा है. And yeah, I saw some tweet or some image of all big teams losing, which I have a problem with, because if you consider the big teams and the Super League that was supposed to happen, a lot of teams from there won. Okay, especially Atletico Madrid won, Borussia Dortmund won, Spurs was supposed to be part of it. Which
Are you
which
coming to
won.
Barcelona?
Yes, I mean, yeah, they lost, and Madrid, lost their match.
Also lost.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Madrid
Atletico
also
won.
lost to that Sheriff team.
Oh, I mean, yeah, then Champions League and Barca also lost in the Champions League. There's
Yeah.
zero points.
My God, I mean, they have
Really
zero shots
funny.
on goal or something like that.
It's really funny, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what a travesty, right? Imagine, which is why I was very clear for everyone who supported Barcelona last year. I was like, Messi jayega. So who do you actually support, right? Like, then you will have that asmanjas. Now, like when Thierry Henry left Arsenal, I was like, shit, who do I actually support? Like, do I support the manager, the team, or Thierry Henry? Same for Messi, right? Now Messi is left. Now you are supporting Ansu Fati and hoping that Braithwaite scores and Depay is the biggest thing that has happened to your club, right? So this ex-United player is the biggest thing that has happened to your club. Like if it's not Ronaldo, I mean, then it's just shame.
And the other ex-United player, PK, who sometimes plays as a striker.
And PK, yeah, exactly. So I mean, where are you now looking at? Like, do you see yourself? Like this is like an interview question, right? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Do you see yourself supporting Barcelona? Like Messi would be long gone. So what are you going to do? Maybe Messi comes back and manages the club. Aisa kuch. So then your heart is back into the club. But Messi is not like it'll be like Sachin taking captaincy, right? Like we saw what happened when Sachin took captaincy. He had to eventually give it away to focus on the game. So it's not like he can come back. So who do you really support? So that is a question I think everyone who's listening to this needs to introspect, retrospect. If you're a Barca/Messi fan, who do you actually support? It's important that you tell us, tweet us using #FootballShootball and tell us why you support Messi or why you support Barcelona and why they're different and not the same thing. Tell us that.
Yeah, it's surprising. I don't know where and what. I don't think that when commentators and pundits compare about their problems with the Milan or United, that's not true. They're worst right now. They don't have the money.
Milan did not have Champions League for like 7 years. So maybe that's a parallel. Like
More than
Barcelona
that.
will not have 7 years ke liye forward. So maybe that's where.
Ronald Koeman for 7 years. He's got full support. from
Apparently,
the
yeah, he has. They said he's the right manager. He's an ex-player. So we think he's the right guy. But Arteta is also that. I don't think he's the right guy. But let's see.
Yeah, I don't think a manager will change. But it's fun. It's nice to see Barcelona fans kind of struggling with how to support their team and what to speak. It's easy for them to say manager को sack कर दो, Busquets को निकाल दो, इसको निकाल. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. Right? I mean, we've been through
Welcome
this.
to the world of Arsenal.
we've seen this happening live in front of our eyes. कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
Oh my God,
बहुत
yeah.
time. जब तक कोई तुम्हारे लामासिया से नहीं आता है,
Correct.
बोझा उठा रहे तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
उसमें भी लगेगा ना लामसिया में आने के लिए 10 साल तो लगता है ना. मतलब मेसी भी आया था तो 19 जर्सी पहनता था तो फिर 24 का हुआ. So then people realize, how good he is. तो 5 साल तो लगेगा.
So trouble for them. 0 points in the Champions League. It's really funny, dude. I mean, Madrid at least has some points on the table. So,
But Madrid will still go through. I'm not worried about Madrid as much.
They will.
For the reason I supported Madrid was I wanted to not support Barcelona, and I like Ronaldo. Abhi Ronaldo chala gaya, so I couldn't care less. But it really pisses Barcelona fans off. So I continue to support Real Madrid. So that is the biggest high I get. It's like being a United fan, right? You piss someone off, you get happy. So I
That's
also
true.
want to partake in that kind of shithousery. So this is the little United
Yeah.
fan in me.
So you're right. There's no Barcelona fan and Real Madrid. There's Barcelona fan and non-Barcelona fans.
Barcelona fans, yeah. It's like the anti-Barcelona fan. Like, kya
Correct.
bakwas hai tumhare team? So someone has to
Tadat-
point it out.
Tadat Badri. Nice, like Suarez scored. Very, very happy with that game.
Which game?
The one against the Atletico Barca game when Suarez also scored.
It was 2-1. Oh, Suarez scored. For a moment, I thought Torres scored. I was like,
Torres. This is not some 2016 recap season, no?
No, I was thinking the other Torres, City wala Torres.
वो तो दिखता ही नहीं है यार अभी.
Abhi dikhega. That is my hot tip. अगले हफ्ते से Torres ले लो because the next 3 teams they will absolutely play with a striker. Make sure you have Torres in your team.
Really?
Unless
With
he's
the
like
KDB
quarantined
back and Foden
Just
back.
take my word for it. Who's winning in
Oof.
FPL?
That's true.
Just take
I'm
my
gonna
word for
start. I'm gonna start playing seriously now.
अच्छा अभी आउट नहीं है अभी सही से गेम शुरू हो गया
अभी तो देख ये सब पहला भगवान का
पहला भगवान का
now I'll play. चलो good fun. No matches. Some international.
No, but we do have another episode coming next week, and we have a cool surprise, which we will not talk about just yet. Once it's confirmed, we'll talk about it. So we'll keep it to ourselves for now. But tune in next week, because hopefully Ayyar will also join us. And Ayyar is the most important person in that episode. You will find out why once you listen in. But please join us on the episode next week as well. I'm guessing you're listening into this, so that's great. But join us next week as well.
Done. Before we leave and before you leave, let me ask you one question, right? Firstly, happy birthday Zlatan, turned 40 a couple of days ago.
Very nice.
The monster that he is, compared himself to Djokovic. That's up for debate some other time, right? Claudio Ranieri is back at Watford. Now, here's a question to you.
That is mental.
Here's a question to you. There are 2 clubs that both Claudio Ranieri and Zlatan Ibrahimovic have been associated with. They never were together at those clubs. But in their careers, I mean, Zlatan's playing career and in Ranieri's management career, there are 2 clubs that are in common. Can you name them both?
Milan, like AC Milan? Is that yes or no? Give me Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Inter Milan. Sorry. Inter Milan, blue and black. And the other one is United. When was Ranieri at United? He was at Chelsea.
Yeah. It's Juventus.
So I wouldn't have guessed that. Nice. Good. This quiz is at the end of the episode. I'm hoping no one's listening just now.
But yeah, so we'll do an episode next week. Not a lot of matches this week, so enjoy Big Boss.
No games whatsoever. International. Who wants to watch international?
Portugal, Qatar. If you want to see Ronaldo score, United fans, watch Portugal versus.
Maybe Bruno will get to take more penalties.
Bruno scoring and Cancelo coming back from that horrendous mistake he did against Salah for that goal that he had that passed to Mane.
Poor Cancelo, yes.
Poor. And Semedo on the bench in that match. Lovely. Watch that. There is France-Belgium actually. That's one good match that will happen.
But who's going to travel? Mbappe is not going to travel.
Yeah, but IPL I'm not interested.
Umtiti versus...
Umtiti तो warm up में भी नहीं आता यार.
Bakary
Sanya will play. Martial, finally. But he scored yaar. Abhi to matlab all bets are off. Lovely. Made use of the defender. That's how I'll
exactly. Yeah. He used the defender's advantage.
Lovely. So there are 2 people with good defenses, me and Martial. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. With a surprise episode and Ayyar back. Can't wait for that to happen. Yes, hopefully. Can't wait for that. All right. Thank you so much, Shivram. Always lovely to see you. And have fun with you, man.
Thank you. Bye. So if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I'm Fickleberry Hun on Twitter and Instagram. That's Huckleberry Finn, but Fickle.
If you want to reach out to me, I am Sapre on Twitter and Sapre on Instagram.
You can reach out to me at iRant, which is IYERANT on Twitter and Instagram. This is Football Should Ball. Recognize.
Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.
If you love cricket, listen up. The Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast is here for you. Hosted by DJ, Varun, and me, Ashwin, we bring a fun, fresh fan's point of view to talking all things cricket. Sometimes it's just the 3 of us, sometimes we have guests, including current and former international cricketers. For new episodes every week, check out the Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast on the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts.